Hey everyone, Ben here and welcome to Motivation to Invest. The great investor Howard Marks recently stated the best way to find new and great investing opportunities is to look where no one else is looking. And with everybody's eyes focused on the US stock market right now, I thought now would be a great time to reveal my top 3 Australian penny stocks. These are small cap stocks which could have major potential in the future. So strap yourself in, throw some shrimps on the barbie, and let's get into it. So before we dive right in, guys, if you're new around here, feel free to join the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. If you do find any value in this video at all, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. It helps out tremendously with the channel. With that being said, let's dive in. So I've probably offended quite a few Australians with my really bad Australian accent, so let me know in the comments below. Okay, so before we get into my top 3 penny stocks, I'm going to dive into exactly how I found these stocks. So let's hop over to Stockopedia. So this is a platform I use all the time to analyze stocks. And basically what I've done is I've set up a screen of all the stocks in Australia. Now, for those who don't know about the Australian market, it's generally focused on the mining industry and a lot of high dividend paying stocks. Now, I don't really want to look at mining stocks right now, so I've excluded them from my screen, as I can see here. I'm looking for stocks with a really low valuation, a price of sales of less than 5, but also with good growth, with sales growth of over 15% in the region of Australia, and I've been given these stocks here. So from these stocks, I've selected 3 stocks which I think could be the best plays as a penny stock. So these are high risk, high reward plays. This video is not financial advice, but these are some of the best penny stocks I've ever seen in my life. Much better than many of the US stocks I've looked at, the US penny stocks. The Australian ones seem like really established companies at really low valuations. So kicking things off at stock number 1 is the Shave Shop. So this is on the Australian Stock Exchange and it has the ticker symbol SSG. Diving into the share price here, we can see this is a true penny stock, just $1 per share, 1 Australian dollar. This stock was 28 cents per share back in March 2020, and since then it's been on a monster bull run, up 300%. But with a penny stock, you wouldn't expect it to also pay a 5.4% dividend. But this is Australia, it's a completely different market. In the Australian market and the Australian psychology with investors, they do like to pay dividends, and investors effectively demand dividends. So it's clear to see you get this nice big dividend and also 300% growth. That would have been a major play. But this is also an established company founded in 1986 by Cameron Fox. So what does this company actually do? Well, this is the company right here. So this is the online store for the company. It basically sells a variety of shaving products. That's why it's called the Shaver Shop. So they also have 120 owned and franchise stores across Australia and New Zealand and an e-commerce platform. So they provide a range of products, of course, shavers, clippers, very popular, of course. Australia's weather is beautiful. You're going to want to look very sort of trimmed and fresh when you're on the beaches in Australia, I imagine. Well, that's why this company seems quite popular. So let's just dive straight into the numbers. We're here on Stockopedia right now. For those that don't know, Stockopedia, this is a platform I use quite regularly. If you guys want to check it out, there's a 25% discount link in the description below. Feel free to check it out and see if it fits your investing style. But on this platform, every stock is given a stock rank. In this case, got a stock rank of 100, momentum of 96, value of 97, and quality of 100. So this is really a top performing stock in terms of stock rank. It is a penny stock, so sometimes the numbers can move quite easy in terms of growth. But yeah, in terms of screens, it's passed many value investing screens, many momentum investing screens. It's even passed Joel Greenblatt's magic formula screen. So in terms of the numbers and the financial side, everything's looking up for this company. It's even profitable. So there's a penny stock which is paying a dividend, which has got growth, and it's profitable. So over the past few years, the company's grew its revenue around 25% on average, which isn't too bad, and it's also grew its profits. So anything over 20%, I say, is a growth stock. This last year, it grew its revenue at 15%. Of course, this company did benefit from the whole global pandemic, with many barbers, hairdressers being shut down. This shop actually benefited massively because everybody was buying shaving products to obviously trim their own hair at home. I could do with some of them myself at the moment, to be fair. Revenues forecast to increase, as is net income, as is earnings per share. Analyst consensus, only 2 analysts on this, and this is what you get with small cap penny stocks, especially in Australia, out in the sticks, out in the outback. Not many guys on Wall Street are following these stocks, so two analysts, and both say buy at the moment. Current ratio 1.15, not too bad at all. I did read in their investor presentation that they said they had no debt. So perhaps for long-term debt, they've got 0 debt. Return on capital, this is something that Warren Buffett always looks for. Anything over 15% is exceptional. Return on capital, 25%. So this means the return on the investments the company is making is 25%. And that's because this company doesn't do acquisitions like many other companies do, which actually destroys shareholder value. What this company does is it actually just buys back franchise stores. So a franchisee will pay this company for a store, and then let's say down the line they want to sell it, then they'll buy it back from the company and maybe even sell it again to another franchisee. So it's a quite nice business. PEG ratio is 0.5, so anything less than 1's good, and that's the price to earnings growth ratio. PE ratio, so price to earnings ratio, 7.8. So you're only paying 7 times the company's profits. On the company's sales, you're paying 67 cents for every dollar of this company's sales. So the numbers are exceptional for this company. In terms of management, what I always like to look for with small cap companies especially is a large insider holding. And I can see that right here. So if I go to ownership breakdown, insiders have 12.3% of the company. It's still founder-led, so Cameron Fox is the founder. He has 3.2% of the company, so skin in the game. Lots of insiders here. This means basically the company's management is going to be aligned with shareholders because they're also shareholders as well. So there's a lot going for this company. What negative did I see with this company? Well, the major negative I see is they actually plan to continue rolling out more and more stores across Australia and New Zealand. And I just feel like they should perhaps focus a lot more on the e-commerce side of the business, because I think if they keep rolling out stores and situations change, we know everything is moving online now. So I can't see why they're not focusing more on the online segment of the business. Second major risk I saw, and the only thing that may put me off investing into this company, is there's no competitive advantage. So I'm quite strict these days with my investments and my disciplined style. And I like to see for companies with a moat, a competitive advantage, something unique about the company that other people can't do. For example, if a company has patents, if a company has some sort of technology advantage, that's what I like to look for. With this company, they're selling shaving products. Anyone can buy shaving products on eBay, on Amazon, anywhere. You can buy it in the supermarket. If you're from Australia, let me know in the comments what's unique about this company. Why would you shop there and not just buy your shaving products from another store? Okay, now diving into my second stock, and this is Ambertech Limited. This is also on the Australian Securities Exchange with the ticker symbol AMO. Diving into the share price for this company again, just 22 cents a share, 22 Australian cents. This company was extremely cheap. It's been on a monster bull run, 450% up this year. And again, Australian stocks, 6.82% dividend. So this is Australia. You get dividends, you get sun, you get growth, you get everything. So who are the company today? So Ambertech is now a leading producer and value-added distributor of AV, which is audio, visual, and communication solutions. So picture a home theater setup, a broadcasting setup, even a YouTube content creation setup, lights, camera, action. This is what this company does. This sets all that up for you. They have installers, but they also work with retailers, broadcasters, government. So despite this being a small company, the company was recently awarded a contract with ABC TV for the supply of acquisition and playout servers for their television operations. So the deal is valued at $4.9 million, including a $1.4 million support contract. So that's what's great with these, and similar to IT companies, is they'll install you this system, and then of course the company will have to pay for support. And if something goes wrong, who they're going to call? They're going to call these guys to obviously come and fix their equipment. So they're on a $1.4 million support contract with ABC. So that's a nice recurring revenue for the company. Another interesting contract here, supply and support of a transcode farm to Parliament House, Canberra, for use within their broadcast facility. So it's clear this company's got a lot of great customers, great connections. The market cap of the company is $60 million. So that's a price to sales of 0.24. So you're paying basically 25 cents for every $1 of this company's sales. That's basically what you're paying. That's how low the valuation is. Price to earnings ratio. Get ready for this, guys. Drum roll. The average price to earnings ratio for the S&P 500 is around 25, 26. Price to earnings ratio for this company is 2. Not 20. This past year, this company's experienced immense growth from obviously the global lockdown. Everybody wanted to obviously get fitted out with great quality equipment for audio visual, and sales growth has been 52% over this past year. My only worry with this company is over the past 3 years, the sales growth has only been around 6%, so they've been growing quite slow. I think it's definitely a very interesting company. Return on capital, again, 22%. The company's just started to become profitable. Okay, on to stock number 3 is Redbubble, ticker symbol RBL. This is also on the Australian Securities Exchange. So if we dive into here, this is probably the biggest stock on this list in terms of market cap. So this is a $1.46 billion market cap company, $5 per share, Australian dollars. Stock has been on a monster bull run, up, wait for it guys, 1,000% this year. So 1,000% returns. Congratulations to those who invested. So what's Redbubble? Well, Redbubble is a global online marketplace for print-on-demand products based on a user-submitted artwork. So basically, users can submit their own artwork to have it printed on various different things, from stickers to phone cases, wall art, home living, clothing, etc. There's also a lot of independent artists who work with this platform, and you can basically have a famous artist's work printed onto your t-shirt. Now, this must appeal a lot in Australia. I wouldn't personally use this myself, but the masks look pretty good, so I'm assuming this company's benefited hugely from these masks. So these are some of the most creative masks I've ever seen in my life. So they've got these masks here with this printed artwork on them, and of course, who wants to wear those surgical medical masks these days, even coming out of lockdown across the world, when you could have something a lot cooler here. You've got Pulp Fiction mask here. You've got Sorry I'm Late, I Didn't Want to Come mask. You've got Home Alone mask, which looks like a lot of YouTube cover photos these days. They also have offices in San Francisco and Berlin. So that's what surprised me with this Australian companies. They're all over the world. They have so much going for them, and the valuations are so low. Over the past few years, this company's seen a compound annual growth rate on the revenue of 42%. The company's just started to become profitable also. This past year, sales growth, 95%, so high growth. Everything's going in the right direction. Revenue's focused to increase, as is net income, as is earnings per share. Analyst consensus, only 3 analysts on this again. Goldman Sachs is on this one as it's slightly bigger company, and they all say buy with this company. So current ratio, 1.45, that's okay. That's the short-term debt to the short-term cash on the balance sheet assets. Return on capital, 33%, so great return on capital. Anything over 15% is great. Price of sales, 2, so you're paying 2 times the company's sales. That sounds like a lot compared to some of these companies we've been looking at, but that's still quite a good valuation. Price to earnings ratio, 28, so that is quite high with regards to earnings. I can imagine a company like Etsy acquiring this company, but perhaps it's a little bit like a mini Etsy. Yeah, let me know, guys, if you've used Redbubble in the past. With that being said, there are my top 3 penny stocks in Australia. Many of them are established companies with great growth prospects, and they also pay dividends, and they're also trading at pretty good valuations. If you did find value, feel free to give this video a big thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the channel. If you're new around here and you still haven't subscribed, feel free to join the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. And if you do want to know in real time exactly which stocks I'm personally buying, selling, and access my entire portfolio, the stocks and the story of how I grew my portfolio to where it is today, and also join a thriving community of some of the finest investors on the internet, then feel free to check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. And that means when I find an exceptional investing opportunity, one which I will load up the truck and put a vast sum into, for example, I might put 100k into a stock if it's good enough, then I will be able to inform you guys in that group in real time. So that is really the benefit you get right there, and it's literally like the price of a coffee. So only if you're interested, guys, check out that link in the description below. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an incredible day, and I'll see you in my next video. Invest safe.